in Raqqa or somewhere else?
No.
What was that like? Was that an experience which fulfilled your aspirations of what it was?
Yeah, it actually really did. It was like a normal life. The life that they show on the propaganda videos, it's a normal life. But like every now and then there are bombs and stuff.
Did you ever see executions?
No, never. No, but I saw a beheaded head in the bin.
In the bins?
Yeah, it's really bin.
What was that like when you first saw that? These are the heads of captives?
Yeah. Didn't faze me at all.
Where were you when you heard that the teacher had been killed?
In Raqqa.
Do you know how she died?
Her house was bombed because underground there was like some secret stuff going on, and a spy had. They figured out that something was going on, so her house got bombed and other people got killed as well. I never thought it would happen. At first I was in denial because I always thought if we ever did get killed, we would get killed together. I have to think about my baby as well. After my 2 kids died, now I'm really overprotective of this baby. I'm scared that this baby's going to get sick in this camp. That's why I really want to get back to Britain, because I know it will be taken care of. Like health-wise at least.
A fat blue-haired feminist once said, "You made your bed, now get effed in it." So Shamima Begum, the 19-year-old, one of the Bethal Green girls who traveled to Syria from their nice home in the UK to join ISIS about 4 years ago, now is regretting her decision. So a little update on her issue. So she went there with 3 of her friends. They ran off in 2015. They all ended up marrying ISIS fighters, and she had 2 kids. Well, 2 kids that died. She has a 3rd child, and she naturally wants to protect her. And now she wants to come back to the UK because she knows that they would be protected. This is an article in Daily Mail, so let's read through this real quick. And guys, if you like my content, just hit the subscribe button and like and share. So, exclusive. We understand why people don't want her back. ISIS bride's mother weeps after speaking to her daughter for the first time in 2 years, amid calls for unrepentant pregnant daughter 19 to be banned from the UK, from Britain. And she should be banned. She betrayed the British government. She went and joined a foreign adversarial force that were killing Brits and other Westerners and their allies. And she wants to come back? Are you kidding me? You're past the point of no return. You're gone. You're no longer. Why haven't the Brits just taken this girl's citizenship? She doesn't deserve any protection under the British laws. The UK has been completely complacent and okay with these kinds of people. Instead, they go after people who misgender people on Twitter. That's what the British justice system goes after. They allow these people to come back, and they go after Twitter users who misgender people. So Shamima Begum, 19, fled. So these some bulletins. 19 fled to Bethal Green and 2 friends, Kaja Sultana and Armina Baase, in 2015. She married a Dutch jihadi within days, had 2 children who died. It's 9 months pregnant with 3rd child. A family of the teenager said she understands why people are angry and don't want her to return. The teenager told the Times, "I don't regret it. I'll do anything to come home. I live quietly with my baby." She added, "I really want to come back to Britain because I know it'd be taken care of, the healthcare wise at least." You know what? How is she so entitled? Like, come on. You betrayed your fellow, Brits, and you went against them. Like, you expect a nice welcome home. Are you kidding me? One of her friends was killed in a strike. The other was with ISIS in its last stand fighting Syrian forces. Shamima fled ISIS in eastern Syria when her jihadi husband, Yago Rejek, a Dutch convert, was captured. Security ministry said she will not be rescued, but has the right to come home and questioned by the police. Are you kidding me? You don't let people like Lawrence Southern come to the UK. You ban people that are guilty of wrong thing, but you are allowing ISIS fighters and people who betray your country to come back. This is why Tommy Robinson has so much traction, because the UK government is so concerned over being politically correct instead of doing the right thing. Begum's family lawyer insists she's a victim, and they have not spoken to her. She's trying to get home by herself. Okay. The mother of the unrepentant schoolgirl who fled London to join IS now wants to return home, and so NHS can take care of her baby. Shamima Begum was 15 when the two girls in Bethal Green traveled to Syria 4 years ago, became jihadi brides, and marry ISIS fighters. It reminds me of the two Bosnian chicks that went off and tried to join ISIS. I think one of them was killed in an airstrike, the other one tried to escape. It wasn't the romantic hotspot they were dreaming of. No. Shamima, 19, who was 9 months pregnant with her third child, is living in a refugee camp in northern Syria. Has chosen to flee the group's last stand 2 weeks ago, fears for her unborn child. The teenager said she didn't regret her decision and wants to come home to Britain. Today, Begum's brother-in-law, Mohammed Rehman, spoke on how her mother has wept after speaking with her daughter on the phone, and how the family can understand the anger of people who don't want a teenager to come back. He said, "The family spoke to Shamima today. They're very emotional. There's a mixture of elation and sorrow. We are happy she's alive, but she's sad that things have come to this. She's lost 2 children and has put us through a lot of heartache. We also come through a very difficult time herself." Shamima's mother broke down. She heard her voice until the interview and appeared to the newspaper. "We don't know if she's alive or not, so you can imagine it's quite a shock to us. And one stage, we thought she was dead, and they had no contact with her for almost 2 years. Shamima's mom just cried and told her to come home. She promised to make her favorite food. We want her to come back so she can be re-educated. As a family, we can't understand how her head was turned like this and why she thought going to Syria was a good idea. Because she succumbed to ISIS propaganda. She saw these nice flashy videos that ISIS made, like, hey, come to Syria. You get to meet this nice jihadi dude, and we're building a caliphate. I'm not gonna lie, that's a nice magnet for young people, because the young people seek purpose. That's why a lot of people join the military, to seek purpose. And when a lot of people get out the military, they lose their sense of purpose, unfortunately. I can't understand why people in this country are angry and don't want her back. Why doesn't portray Islam in a good light. But she was 15 when she went to Syria. We're appealing for compassion and understanding on her behalf. So yeah, Begum's only known survivor, 3 friends from Bethal Green, and the 2 children died of disease and malnutrition before the age of 1. And the caliphate fell apart around her. The schoolgirl claims she lived a normal life in ISIS, capital in Raqqa, and was not fazed by the brutal execution of the enemies. So in the, she definitely doesn't seem fazed. She's like, oh my God, yeah, I saw a head once, but whatever, it's like nothing. So, and I'm paraphrasing here, but she doesn't care. Like, she's very unrepentant, and she just wants to come back to the UK so the UK taxpayers could subsidize her living and take care of her child. But no, you don't get to do that. You go back to Syria and you live the life that you wanted to live. You choose the road you already went past point of no return. With the 3rd baby now due any day, her jihadi husband Yago Rejek captured and has decided to quit and wants to live quietly back in UK to ensure her baby survives the health of NHS. Wow. Yesterday, Security Minister Ben Wallace admitted that she had the right to return to the UK, but could not help her and said actions have consequences. I'm not putting risk British people's life to go look for terrorists in a former terrorist in a failed state. Yes. I'm happy this guy said this, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be some leftist that's going to call him a racist. In an extraordinary interview in the Times, Adam Lloyd said, I don't regret coming here, but I have to think about my baby as well. After 2 kids died, I'm scared this baby is going to get sick. That's why I really want to get back to Britain, because I know it'll be taken care of, healthcare wise at least. But critics say her lack of remorse proves she's a radical and potentially dangerous to Britain. You should be barred from returning to arrested and prosecuted at the very least. Dr. Kim Howe, former Foreign Office and Counter-Terrorist Minister under Tony Blair, said Gordon Brown said, "She sounds to be completely unrepentant. She sounds cynical and hasn't faced her inside of these heads in a bin as she described it. And now she wants to take advantage of the NHS." I'm glad I'm not the only one thinking that. You can bet in the bottom dollar. Wait, why are they using dollar? They're in the UK. I don't know if this guy's American or not. There will be a lobby to get this girl come home on humanitarian grounds. Nigel Farage said, "This woman shows no remorse for actions and remains committed jihadist and totally unsuitable to come home to this country. Begum has now fled to Al-Hawa, the refugee camp in Syria, northeastern border of Iraq, 200 miles north of ISIS, the last stand of Baghouz, where last saw her Dutch jihadi fighter husband 2 weeks ago. She said, "I'm not the same silly 15-year-old girl that came away from Bethal Green years ago." Oh my God, they're trying to humanize her. She's an enemy, and she should definitely be, prosecuted. And no, let her live there. Let her stay in ISIS territory and let her suffer the consequences of her actions. This is the family of Amina Abbas and Shamima Begum. You've probably seen her in a documentary. I think Vice did a documentary, little 20-minute documentary on her. Yeah. I don't feel any sense of sorrow for these girls. I'm glad they're suffering the consequences of their actions. That's what you get. The eternal words of a fat, blue-haired feminist. You made your bed, and I get effed in it. Guys, if you like my content, subscribe, and, my link's in the description. Take care, guys.